Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Indianapolis. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the first play of the game. 49 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he rifles one incomplete. The Colts at 7-8 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he is going to lose yardage here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Lawrence from his end zone. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
The 39 now. They'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion. Hey, tomato. Sink right. Let's go. Here we go.
Lawrence. That's complete. It's Bashal Tutin. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bashal Tutin, 60 yards. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
There's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Alec Pierce hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence as they put more points up on the board. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Lawrence. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. Fighting his way through contact. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. And it is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bashal Tutin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. 14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy. How could else? I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 79 Bronco. Trap 60, trap 60.
Throwing Jones. They're going right back to Pittman. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over at that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jones. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade American. And the Jags will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan, and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Under pressure, and they go to him again. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Harry. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will get in the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Again for Taylor running right side. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, and they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was merely a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
This is brought in at the 21. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Lawrence. Pass taken in. Ball has been tied in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Lawrence will throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they could find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Think right open. Go. 30 left.
Lawrence going to throw again. He'll try and do this himself. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, really I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
Check that. Decent 24. Here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Hey, lion. Soka, huh?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Hey, easy, Ralph. Hey, Ginger, touch. Easy, I get it.
Here's Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Go. Hey, Ginger.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Hey, Ron.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Cam Little for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trayvon Walker. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Trayvon Walker drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try to help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Lisa 24. Son, this one is a hunt. Sink right open. Back. Sink right open.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Anthony Schwartz, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. A try here for the extra point. And that'll make
this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. There's the flash of Abdullah. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They go play action here on first down. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he works his way free all the way down the left stretch of the red zone. 44 yards rushing for him now and just 6 carries to this point.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
All right, let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas with touchdown number 20 on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a fine chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones down the field. He's got Warren. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he edges forward, only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a big win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
Hey, run!
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. That is caught. And he will have the Jaguars first down. And he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Jaguars first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Jaguars.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Lawrence. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bayshaw Trenton from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And his crew will take over the football at the 35-yard line.
With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Give them 32 on the play.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Hey, Dinter!
Turton will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just added on to that big lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the time plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Trayvon Walker getting it once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And this one too low.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Looking to throw. Jones. Jaguar pressure, and Jaguar sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Going deep here for Allen. This is caught inside the 15. And this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
2nd down and goal. Jones. He'll be hit and taken down at the 20 line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit, they're going down fighting.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be touched down in the air, but a big play on that one.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Oh, this is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over it. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 23-yard line.
I just want to rock. I just want to rock.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running? And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this run of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch